For P3, so both Zanlio just still in a podium position for the time being, but crucially James Rigby got a good start off of the line, up into the lead, leading by 1 second, leading by Silent. Then it's Simon, Nero, Kilowatt, Red Archer, what's it called, Viandra. Then it's Rilu, Vittoria Pailuka, your top 10, Emmy for Emmy Racing down to P11, Mango Funk down to P12, and there's your top 12 then.
In currently, where even is he fighting? I can't even see him. He's in 13th at the moment, the only Ferrari running, as Apple was not able to get going for some reason. He decided that he was going to call it quits there.
Hang on, we got an abandoned car just before the final sector. Mango Funk, the MSGP car, stopped on track right in the middle of it. They're not moving. Not sure what's going on with Thursday. Addison Martin goes through, so something's gone on with that car, as Mango is just they're turning their wheel and everything, trying to get it moving, similar to what Carlos Sainz at the Austrian Grand Prix. Maybe his brakes could be something, I don't know. But Mango Funk right on the track, still having a yellow flag. Back to the race lead we go for some more action. James Rigby still out in front. Pailuka with the scrap right now with, I believe, Viandra. So there's a fight at least there in the midfield. Pailuka maybe thinking about an overtake to the hairpin. He could think about it. Can he make the move stick though? Really having to defend from the Emmy Racing behind him. And he's got 2 of the Emmy Racing cars per company, so really is gonna have to try and deal with that. We're still on board with Viandra. Pailuka has gotten ahead of the BMW in more oversteer form, and Pailuka will now solidify the green flag back to waving. So they've cleared up the car, and we're gonna see what Rilu's trying to do. A little bit of a bump on the entry to sector 3, and both Emmy Racing cars able to sneak through, going wheel to wheel through the hairpin. And so there goes the position for them, P6 and P7 respectively for both. Could this be the day that James Rigby breaks that streak? Because we're now soon about to approach lap 9. James Rigby's actually, something's going on because he's slowed down a little bit. Silent now really close with him. A bit of oversteer onto the main straight. These two now wheel to wheel, battle for the race lead, about a 1/10 of a second into turn 1. Side by side with Spectron and Zanlioj.
Silent ran wide. That's going to be a warning.
Okay. James Rigby more oversteer through turn 2, so maybe his tires starting to struggle a little bit. As Silent able to capitalize on this, and now I believe he's now into the race lead. Simon back up to P3. Pailuka, something happened with him. He's questioning in the chat. And okay, so Pailuka's into the pit lane, into the hairpin we go. Silent still ahead of the Spectron of James Rigby, so he has lost the lead. Red Archer already pitted.
Wait for what's his name to clear that.
Oh, E-turn, bit of oversteer out of the hairpin. This allows Red Archer on those newer tires to the outside, and even another mistake by E-turn, and Red Archer easily through. Just check up on the progress of Green Ninja Warrior. He is up to P11.
Oh, missed how to spin.
Race leaders, and oh god, okay, another spin at the hairpin. And there's about 2 now that have happened. Back to Green. Speaking of Green, here is Green, reigning world champion. Now driving for Mercedes in their home race. Looks like he is in. Yeah, James Rigby for Spectron into the pit lane. So he's maybe thinking about an undercut here. And he is onto a set of medium tires. So Zanlioj are gonna have to respond. Will this stay out? Right rear. Okay. Yeah. His right rear. Something's going on with James Rigby.
He's in.
Apparently.
He's in the pit lane.
It
happened to him as well.
RIP. It's happened to him as well. It's gone the right rear. Something.
Why has this happened?
Oh god, I can't actually spectate it.
Apparently James went too quick into it.
Completely fallen off. Oh my god. The right, and there goes the Hugh Performance. The right rear of James Rigby completely off of the car. They might need to close the pit exit for this because this is horrible. Silence still leading out in front. Oh god. Well, that is not ideal. The right rear happened to Pailuka. It's now happened to James Rigby. You're told,
Yep.
please stop when you pit. When you go too quick, it breaks. The yellow flag, once again, silent into the pit lane. So, yeah, he's into the pit box as well. What has happened to him? Let's see. Alright, here we go. Silent to come into the pit lane. His tire's fine. Silence, yeah, his pit is fine. So he pitted properly then. And went out, exit the pit lane cleanly, and he continues on. So Silence had a decent stop then.
Yosh are going to overtake Spectrum possibly, because they've had, again, superb attendance this season.
The currently on board with Killwick, fighting with the Red Bull of Etern through the final sector to the inside of the corner, and will Killwick be able to get through on the Red Bull, proving a little difficult bit of oversteer through the final corner. He isn't able to pass him. Still, these two squabbled into turn 1, turn 2, another fight incoming with the gap out in front, increased to now to 9 seconds to the inside. Goes Killwick, the Red Bull still trying to fight this as best he can, and they're still going at it, hammer and tongue down the back straight. They got Green Ninja Warrior up there for company, so maybe they could try and get the slipstream off the Mercedes, but Killwick doing anything he can to try and defend off this Red Bull, trying to get up into the points. Can he make it? Into the hairpin we go, and I think Killwick has finally cleared the Red Bull, and up to P10 goes Killwick.
Neto has got a 10-second time penalty now. Give me a second.
We'll go back. Yeah, here we go. So for the podium position, then no, this is for P4. Oh no, it is for
It's for podium.
P3. So Emmy Racing making some steady progress, a potential first podium on the cards here for them, as Vienja trying to defend. I think he's still ahead for the time being. Yes, he is. So Emmy Racing not able to get through, maybe to the outside of Mercedes grandstand he can go, can't make the overtake stick. I'm getting a bunch of DMs, holy. Okay.
Still
right.
trying to close up. I would love to see Emmy Racing on the podium for the first time in their Formula Ultimate career. This could be a long Formula Ultimate career, this, as they are the only ones putting out media posts. It is very interesting to see Emmy Racing, and I was thinking this season, this weekend, Emmy Racing could be on the podium. Someone in the back could be on the podium. Vientra runs wide.
A little bit of a mistake for the BMW. This is now going to allow the Emmy Racing to close up that much more, but they can't quite make the move stick.
Voltaire comes into the pit lane then. Voltaire is...
Green saying he's absolutely jumped out of the car.
Oh no,
God.
Green. It's Mercedes. No, what have Mercedes done? His car's going to be broken.
He's at the back of the grid right now. There's a Red Bull spun around. That's E-turn at the hairpin. Green Ninja Warrior. Oh,
He's
God.
jumped again. He's jumped again. That's his race over.
And he's just spun around. Yeah, he's just
he's jumped.
kind of memeing around at this point. Green Ninja Warrior gonna be forced to retire from Mercedes' home race. Silver is pushing. He's gaining time on this BMW, but is he pushing enough? A lot of time is running out, but there's the mistake. Viendra's in the pit lane. Okay, I don't know if that was planned or not, but Viandra drifted to the final corner, and he's now into the pit lane. Silver running in a podium position. Can he stay out for the rest of the race? That is going to be the question then. Because Viandra pitting might force Silver into some strategic plan that they maybe don't want to do. As he's going to exit the pit lane. Got the MSGP just ahead, that MSGP being kill walk. Viandra drifted into the pit lane. Oh, yeah, we already saw that. But yeah, Silver in a podium position. We gotta see what will that be like as Silence still your race leader, and the gap has basically stayed the same. Running around that 9 to 8.5 second gap.
What have I missed?
Massive haul of points for them as a midfield team. Great day for Emmy Racing.
Silence into the pit lane. So Silence got on board, just decided to go into the pit lane. I don't think Silent realises that there is no fastest lap point on offer. Simon Spud goes through then, so Silent is going to try a last ditch, probably fastest lap attempt, but there is no point for fastest lap as it is 2025 regulations. But I don't know if that's gifting Simon the win or something.
Not sure. We're gonna see what Simon's pace is gonna be like with these fresher tires, but I mean, only a few laps remaining. Lap 31 to 33. Has he just thrown away an easy race win. Simon's only about a corner ahead anyway, so I mean he might be able to lose it, but we gotta
Yeah,
see
this
what
is
Simon
he's
will
closing
do.
by a massive landslide here. There is.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So Silent's pace pretty much unmatchable. Got to get rid of this Red Bull first. As that is E-turn that he has to get through. Does get through. That was a lapped car, and you can see his teammates still ahead. That's how much of a gap that Silent had, about 10 seconds, and he was still able to come into the pit lane and still see his teammate at least. So there's that. So we're now gonna go on to the penultimate lap of the inaugural German Grand Prix with now Simon, your race leader. Silent in P2. The gap only 2.3 seconds, and fastest lap attempt for apparently no reason, but I mean, it is what it is. Do what you want. And crucially, Silver still in P3. Emmy's still in P4, I believe. Yeah.
Yep.
Emily's still P4, Nero P5, and drifting on down the main straight. Went onto the gravel. That was Killwalk, my bad. Okay. Oh, no, it wasn't Killwalk. Yeah, it was Nero just drifting all over the shop.
Yeah, he's chopped down behind Killwalk.
He's dropped down, yeah. So Nero's had a horrible time. Then Viandra back up to P5. Cleared the key performance of Voltaire earlier. He's got to now deal with the Emmy Racing of Emily, and I mean, Viandra's further like 5 seconds back, so it is gonna be difficult. Now, basically, almost unlikely. Could be a first ever podium for Silver for Emmy Racing. And crucially now, Simon and Simon's still leading. Silent hasn't caught up. And on to the final lap. Has Silent made a massive mistake? The gap 1.8 seconds.
I spotted it.
He has really might have just thrown this away for no reason. Didn't need to pit. Or was the tire wear just that much more intense that he thought he couldn't make it to the end of the race? Simon can't hit a CC either. Simon, is he on 9? Yeah, he's on 9 Cornicus as well. Silent's on 6. So he's got the
Simon's there, but Silent is right on the back of Simon. This is really, really interesting, this, and we're really excited for this.
Yeah, so Simon, he's going to need to be conservative through these final 2 sectors. Viandra now with a 5-second time penalty to make things worse. He can't finish on the podium. It's going to be a first ever podium for Emmy Racing and for Silver. But for the battle at the front of the field, both Zanio just fighting for P1. And into the final sectors, Simon's still ahead. I think he's just about going to do enough to be your first time race winner here for Zanio and in Formula Ultimate. Silent has bottled the race win. Simon's going to do just about enough drifting through the penultimate corner, but I think he's gonna finish on the podium. He's Simon, your German Grand Prix winner by 0.4 of a second, a first-time winner here in Formula Ultimate. And Silent, GG's to respective to his team, and for the first time, Silver for Emmy Racing finishes on the podium. It's a brilliant result for the midfield team, a career best for them, P3 and P4 respectively, and Viandra did anything.
No, Viandra's back ahead of Emmy, no!